Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Today is Monday, and today I'm going to be talking about not much about, well, it's a little bit about real estate and how you can relate this to real estate and real estate sales, but this is more about life lessons and things to think about making your life better. But also, when your life's better, when you're doing good things and you're in a sense of yourself, it affects your business and affects your business life and how you act there, and then you get what your goal, you get to your goals, you get to be happy, you get to the wealth you want, you get to the transactions you want. And that is we talk about this a lot, or we when we look at other people and you see things that are going on in the world today. Sometimes this weekend I was really thinking about, who's a giver, who's a taker, and who's a matcher. And you might not understand matching. I said I was trying to come up with a term for the people that only give when they get, or say, okay, I'll give if you give this back to me, or I'll give something, or when I get something I'll give someone, I'll give something only if I get something. If you follow that, because those, I feel those are matchers. Those people will only give or will only take if they could give back. So, but I really realize is that you can't be all. I mean, you can't be one or the other. You can't be all, when you're always a giver, that sometimes you get taken advantage of. If you're always a taker, you're going to look as a selfish person. And if you're a matcher, someone that's just always trying to match, like a tit for tat, that you're just going to end up sad, because you're always only going to be giving when you get something, and you're never going to give yourself and help others unless they help you first. And that's hard. That's a hard life to live. But today I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I want to try to explain that I really think in life, in our communities and the people that we talk to, that hang out with, and we're people around the most, sometimes we end up being more like those people. Like, you ever say you're a sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. If you've heard that term before, and I've heard that term before, you just become a sum of the people that you hang around with the most. So sometimes if you're around givers, you become more giving. You're around takers, you become more, take more. And if you're around matchers, the people that are a little bit only give when they take, and vice versa, you become that. So it's always good to take a step back in different scenarios and different parts of your life, and if in your work, in your personal relationships with people. I see it in myself. I become, with certain people, with family, might be more giving over here or taking more over here. But you got to find a balance of that, and you have to know where you're at, because of course we all know that there's people out there, might even be us. That's why I have to take a step back, that think they're givers, but they're actually takers. And people that think that they're taking, but actually might be giving, and don't realize that they're giving something in situations when they just think that they're taking. So if you really sit back, and sometimes in situations, make sure where you are, because the more you know where you're at with giving and taking, and a good balance of that, that's when there's more happiness. And then in business, that's where the business comes in, and then the wealth comes in. If you really, I know this, I hear this every day from agents, is one of the reasons why you got into real estate, is that you wanted to help people buy or sell a house. Of course, you wanted the end result, you want to make money. You're not doing this all for free, but you are. I say this to every agent, is that, especially when I'm working on a listing presentation, is that at the end, this is my a little bit of part of my listing presentation, and with a buyer. One of the things that I stress to every agent to say is that I, as an agent, I'm talking to the buyer, a potential buyer seller, am going to invest and give you my time, effort, and everything to help you buy or sell a house. I don't charge you any money. I do this for free until I do a job and get you to your goal, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, to find the house you want. and love. And Mr. and Mrs. Seller, if when I do my job and sell your house and get you to the finish line, that's when the cost comes in. So I'm investing my time. I'm doing it for free, and knowing that I'm that confident that I'm going to do the best job for you. So that's a little bit of the terminology. So you are a giver. You are giving and investing your time in your clients to find them a house. How many of us, raise your hand, have spent months with buyers that never bought a house through you and didn't charge them a penny, and you invested all the time? That's giving. How many of us, not too much in this market, have had a listing that you tried hard with 6 months more and could not get the listing? When the listing expired, they went to another agent and they sold it there. So for all of those agents out there, like I've said, more than half of the realtors out in the United States today have not been licensed for they've been licensed for less than 10 years. There's markets that you're going to see where you have listings that never sell with you. It's just going to happen. So if you have a listing that they always sold, it's going to be a time in your career that doesn't happen like that. And you're going to work, you're going to spend money, you're just going to spend time, and you're going to invest. You're a giver. You're investing with these people. But the thought process that I'm trying to explain is if your deep down desire, of course, is to make money, to build wealth, to be successful in that aspect. But if you really want to, you're there to help people. If you're giving of that and you show your clients and show your business and all the people around that, your number one priority is to give, to help, to be their advisor, to be their trusted real estate advisor, and to help them from start to finish with their transaction. To be that, you will get to that happiness. You will get to those goals. You will get to that your core value is to be there for people and to give in your business. You will get there. Taking, where you take this is where you build relationships with other agents with best practices. Use your office as a resource and give and take. Do you go to meetings? Do you consult with your broker or manager? I have agents every day that I talk to, and I've been in the business 28 years, and I've learned new things all of the time. So I have lots and lots of great agents in Century 21 HomeStar that we collaborate, and they tell me their stories, and they like, what worked for me, Tony, this, what worked for me, that. And then I spread that to the other agents and let them know the things that are working out there, what's happening in the market, what's not happening. So are you always taking from your office, or are you giving some information back? I mean, you don't have to work for the office, but are you giving information back of what's happening in your market, what's happening? I love the stories. Every day I'm on the phone talking with agents and hearing a lot of their stories of what's happening out there. That's how I, as a broker, keep my eyes and ears on the market every day, is because what is happening out there. So I appreciate the point I'm getting at there, a little off tangent, is that you are giving to us. When any one of you watching this and have had conversations with me, doesn't have to be every day, but telling me what's happening in your transactions, what you're seeing in the market, the inventory, what buyers are thinking, what is happening out there, helps all of us. So you are giving when you give that stuff. So sometimes you don't know you're a giver when you by a simple conversation. So that's an example of sometimes people don't even know they're giving things, but they're participating, they're being involved, and they're getting the word out of what's happening out there. So that's just one of many examples of you could be a giver, not really know, but I'm giving it in a business sense. So today, think about, take a step back. Are you if you really think about it, if you have a great balance of give and take, and making sure you're aware of where you are with your personal life, your personal relationships, your business life, your clients, your customers, your everything that you're doing in life, when you have a good balance and you really know where you're at, what you're doing in certain situations, if you're giving or taking, you will get to those goals of the wealth and the happiness. You will get there, because I know so many agents out there that are successful, that they analyze before, where they're going to be able to give and take in a relationship with another agent, and a relationship with a new client. Are they going to be able to get to their goals? Are they going to be able to give what that client needs and wants from them? And you can kind of visualize the relationship as much as possible, and know that when you have a good balance of that, you're going to get to the end. You're going to be happy. You're going to be more successful. And the money and happiness just come when you really have a good balance of that and you know where you're at. So hopefully that makes sense. I was just thinking about that this weekend. I want to put this together and kind of give you an idea of what really could help you with giving and taking and matching, and help you with your business and keep you focused on what's most important. So that's it for today. So tomorrow at 11, we'll have a little bit more specific real estate training to help you build your business. So that's it. Have a wonderful Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.